what do we have here? Oh, $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a gold necklace. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Just counting my riches. Special shout out to those of you that owe me a significant amount of money. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start off today's vocab with speculative fiction. So speculative fiction answers the what if question. That could fall under fantasy. What if there were tiny creatures that lived in trees with wings? It could fall under historical fiction. What had happened if World War II had gone a different way? It could fall under science fiction. What would happen if we developed the technology to colonize Mars? It could fall under horror. What would happen if we were harvested for our organs, right? Any of that work, you are going to be writing some speculative fiction in whatever direction you take it. Can you right now, though, write out and find an example of speculative fiction? Our definition: broad category of fiction encompassing genres with elements that do not exist in reality, recorded history, nature, or the present universe. All right, our next term is origin. So here is a quick little image of Batman's origin, but also a lot of other superheroes that do some intersection of training, technology, trauma, and treasury to kind of create where they came from. You are going to write out where something or someone, a relationship, organization, an idea, etc. began. You're going to be creating origin stories for the characters in your speculative fiction novels or short stories very soon. All right, our next one is mythology. So we think about this sometimes as just like a place where, as like a way that people way back when understood meaning or weather patterns or things like that. But mythology also pops up now as well. You've got Percy Jackson, that showed up in a lot of people's textual histories, but also things like, if you've read Lovely War or The Circle, these were really popular books that are more recent that deal with mythology. You might even be creating some mythology as another place to take your speculative fiction. So a collection of stories that belong to and explain a particular culture. All right. Next, I want to show you this image, and I want you to kind of look at it for a second. I'm going to read it to you. Once upon a time, there was a lonely orphan who was friends with two social outcasts. The trio lived happily until the evil tried to take over. Thankfully, the hero defeats villain with some sort of special weapon, and everyone lived happily ever after. These are the same stories. They're the same patterns, the same characters. And we're really going to zoom in on character for this. I want you to write out our definition for character archetype now. Character archetype is, not that. A character archetype is a pattern of characters or characteristics that appear across time, culture, and geography. So these same sidekick characters, jester characters, villains are all archetypes, are all patterns. All right, we've got just two more and they mirror each other. Here's a quick image for this one. Utopia is your next vocab word. A utopia is is an imagined state or society where everything is perfect. So this is a quick visual. This might constitute what we would call solar punk, but like, we have figured out the climate crisis, everything is okay, and we live in this perfect society. The flip of that is, of course, dystopia, right? We have so many examples of dystopia. Here are a few here where everything is evil or tyrannical or terrible for whatever reason. Here's even kind of a quick timeline as well of some popular dystopia. And here are some characteristics. Maybe there is propaganda, maybe there is a dictatorship, maybe there's some sort of you have to conform, or there's a social penalty or a physical penalty, imprisonment or death. Let's write that description. An imagined state or society in which there is great suffering or injustice, typically one that is totalitarian or post-apocalyptic. So sometimes it's not a government control, sometimes dystopia is about surviving the great famine or running out of water, right? Things like that. All right, and on that cheery note, see you in class. Bye-bye.